very best in classic rock. 96.1 KQPR FM, Albert Lee, Minnesota.
Take us out to your ball game. Take us out to the crowd. We sell insurance for most anything. Who'd have guessed that the A-team could sing for its root? Root for good coverage. Americana's more than a name. 4X377 2000 for the insurance A-team.
You'll be singing too when you see what the A-team and Americana Insurance can do for you.
Let's take it from the top again. I think the rest of you were out of tune.
It's not the kind of thing we feel comfortable talking about, but it's something we all will face. You can make things easier on the ones you love by pre-planning your funeral arrangements. Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home will listen to your needs, offer choices for arrangements, and then make sure all of your questions have been answered. Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home, a name you can trust. Call 373-4330.
Are you looking to arrive in style at your next event? Look no further than Dawson Limousine. With our luxurious limousine and limo bus options, you'll be sure to turn heads wherever you go. Whether you're heading to a wedding, prom, or just a night out on the town, let Dawson Limousine chauffeur you around. And as a proud sponsor of local sports, you can trust that we are dedicated to supporting our local community. Call us today at 507-402-0606 to book your ride with Dawson Limousine.
Hi, this is Jay Anderson, head coach of the Albany baseball team. Thanks for keeping it local on Power 96.
And that's right. We're coming to you live from the historic Hayek Field. Hi, Paul. Hi. We're down in the crowd here at Hayek Field, just next to the concession stand. So if you're out and about, maybe heading to the game, stop on by and say hi. But yeah, this is Tiger baseball. Here, the home opener for 2026. Of course, this is the Dawson Limousine pregame show. If you need a ride out on the night on town, or however you want to say that.
I would start all over.
Yes. Go ahead and give Brad a call at Dawson Limousine, 507-402-0606. I was trying to do it from memory, and I totally messed that up. Of course, I'm Dave Nelson, sports director here for Power 96, and next to me on my right is Mr. Marcus Antonio Calderon, a.k.a. Caldy, a.k.a. Sparky, as we call him at the station. How are you doing there, Mr. Calderon?
How you doing, Dave?
Doing good. And then to my left is the basketball extraordinaire, but now he's putting on his baseball hat for the remainder of this year, and that's Mr. Brad Skinnis. Brad, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Dave. Thanks for having us.
You know, I'm glad you guys are here. It's beautiful, sunny. Well, it was sunny for a second, but not anymore. I know we're looking at about, let's see here. It's just shy of 5 o'clock, and they are right now looking about 48 degrees. It says rain is likely to end. However, we didn't get any rain.
It hasn't started.
We did bring our tent and set that all up, so we're ready to go. It's a lot easier to prepare for the worst than it is. We've had a couple games last year where we're trying to get dry, and unfortunately that's now no fun. So we got our tent out. We're ready to go. It is going to be a good day of baseball here. Of course, your Albert Lee Tigers went over to Mayo on Tuesday, and in the cold, it didn't fare so well. They picked up the loss over there, but of course, Mayo, a pretty good team. Tonight, though, is not going to be an easier challenge, even though Century comes in with a record of 0-2 on the year. So Tigers looking to pick up their first win of the season. Right now, we're waiting. Like I said, should have been 5 o'clock first pitch, but Century got here just a little bit late. They're just kind of going over all of the rules and things like that. So it's good to have you guys back here, though, for another year of baseball.
It's always good to be back at the baseball field, and all things considered, early April, this is not bad weather conditions for baseball in Minnesota right now. So you take what you can get.
I will take this over Tuesday's environment.
Tuesday was a bit chilly. Of course, we covered the softball game, and the Lady Tigers, even though they ended up losing the other night, Afterwards, they still have their heads up high, smiling, laughing, and just they knew it was cold out there. Same thing, I guess that's what the boys had kind of said too. But it's early April, and at least you get some of those games in. You look at the fans. There was a lot of fans last Tuesday at the Hammer Complex in the night. They're filling in pretty good here as well. I'd have Caldy count, but he's going to keep his shoes on because it's cold.
You are correct.
All right, well, they just finished their little meeting there at home plate, and we're going to have the starting lineups. Of course, this is the Dawson Limousine pregame show, and they're going to bring in the starting lineups. We'll try to see if we can get it. Otherwise, we're going to have Caldy say it as well. I'm going to try to get the microphone over there. We'll see if we can hear it.
High School League events are an extension of the classroom, and that lessons are best learned when respect is shown to all. And please do not focus your energy on the officials and coaches of today's contest. Rather, cheer on the student athletes for the hard work and effort they display. We thank you for your support, and as a reminder, this event and field are chemical-free for students and adults. And now for today's lineups. Coming off the bench for the Panthers, number 14, Ben Stile. Number 6, Jackson Spann. Number 21, Landon Wilburn. Number 1, Max Chapman. Number 22, Nathan Limer. And number 18, Tanner Homerding. Starting for the Panthers, at center field, number 11, Jack Esau. Batting second, number 4, shortstop, Adam Rice. In right field, number 12, Jonas Kelso. Batting cleanup, second baseman, number 16, Maddox Moline. Catching today and batting fifth, number 7, Cade Gergen. In the sixth spot, number 2, first baseman, Carter Simonson. Batting seventh, number 8, designated hitter, Andrew Kinneberg. Batting for the pitcher, number 9, Lucas Mayer. Batting in the 8th spot, number 23, Brendan Wagner, third baseman. And rounding it out for the Panthers, left fielder, number 3, Jarek Solak. Coach for the Panthers is Logan Moline. And now for our Albert Lee Tigers. In reserve, number 6, Brody Rassler. Number 23, Andrew Jensen. Number 19, Griffin Richards. Number 5, Paxton Hovde. And number 14, Cohen Dressler. And now for our Tigers starting lineup. Leading off today, designated hitter number 7, Nate Barkley. He will be batting for the pitcher, number 8, Brecken Wachholz. Batting second, shortstop, number 2, Leighton Yost. Batting in the 3 spot, third base, number 20, Graham Goskeson. Batting cleanup today, first baseman, number 26, Sam McGill. Batting fifth, playing center field, number 13, Cooper Kermis. Catching today for the Tigers and batting sixth, number 21, Zayden Brua. Batting seventh, left fielder, number 18, Easton Chewy. In the 8th spot, second baseman, number 15, Preston Smith. And finally for the Tigers, right fielder, number 11, Ethan Steeler. Tigers coach.
Of course, there's your starting lineups here for your Albert Lee Tigers baseball team here as 2026 season gets underway for home. We're going to take our first pause here for the national anthem. You're listening to Power 96 live coverage of Albert Lee Tiger baseball, of course, from the Dawson Limousine pregame show.
By those who have fought and continue to fight.
Shop at Cetra Tanning and Clothing in the Skyline Plaza, where you'll find new trendy clothing and sports apparel in their boutique section. They also have a pre-owned section, which includes clothing for kids, women and men, shoes, and purses. Etc. also offers UV tanning, custom airbrush, red light therapy, and lotions. Stop into Etc. in the Skyline Plaza and see all that they have to offer.
Hi, this is Adam, owner of GT Window and Door. GT Window and Door is a local family-owned and operated business that has proudly served the Albert Lea area since 2012. We have won the trust of local homeowners by providing reliable service and high-quality windows, doors, and seamless gutter installation. We are also a proud sponsor of Albert Lea Sports. Call me today at 507-320-0575 or visit gtwindowanddoor.com for a free estimate today. Don't forget to listen or watch local sports on Power 96. Proudly brought to you by GT Window and Door.
Southern Minnesota Branding has been helping customers create and display their company logos for over 40 years. They are a fully customizable shop specializing in logo design, vinyl graphics, banners, vehicle wraps, and so much more. Are you looking for customized Tiger, Wolverine, Knights, Panther, or any other local sports team apparel? Stop on into their new location at 2114 East Main Street in the new Main Street Auto Building and see what they can do for you. They've also added a gift shop with local favorites and goodies to enjoy. Southern Minnesota Branding in Albert Lea.
Have you been having problems with your dishwasher, stove, washer, or dryer? Call Orrin Mortensen with On-the-Spot Appliance Service. With over 30 years experience, Orrin does repairs for all major household appliances and commercial cooking products, including fryers and grills. On-the-Spot Appliance Service is warranty authorized for most major brands and is a local LG appliance servicer. Don't let your wannabe handyman fix a problem and make it worse. Call Orrin Mortensen with On-the-Spot Appliance Service anytime at 256-8099.
Hi, this is Jay Anderson, head coach of the Albert Lea baseball team. Thanks for keeping it local on Power 96.
And back here again live from the historic Hayek Field as we're getting ready for our first pitch here. Of course, doing duties here today. We got Mr. Calderon running the book statistician extraordinaire. He'll be bringing us some different stats throughout the game. And, of course, he kind of knows a lot about this Albert Lea High School baseball team with having kids here, plus you're an avid fan.
A little bit, yeah. Jack played with a lot of these guys, so they've got a lot of continuity within this year's starting lineup from not only last year, but several of them with into their third year of experience at the varsity level. So that's always beneficial.
Yeah, talking with Coach Anderson, he said this year a little bit different team than what we've seen in the past years. A very heavy senior team this year. He thought there was at least 8 seniors that are in. And so, yeah, like I said, it's going to kind of be just to see where everybody's sitting and how we get going here.
Yeah, this year with Albert Lea, too, that's what Jay typically likes to have two pitchers that he really relies on, and he doesn't have that going into this year. Relying on Preston Smith coming back from last year, but they're going to really be looking for either multiple pieces to fill that primary backup position for the pitcher, or who's going to step up and fill that role, because when you've coached that way for several years, you fall into that, you get accustomed to that, and they just don't have the experience coming back on the mound that they've had previous years. So,
Jack Esau.
All right, we're getting ready for the first pitch. Who we got up here first, Caldy?
Jack Esau, center fielder, number 11, right-handed batter.
All right, waiting for the first pitch here from Wackles. Of course, Wackles had a pretty good off-season last year pitching, so let's see what he does here today. The first pitch in there, it's actually going to be a little bit low for ball 1. And actually got away from Brew. I got to get back over here to the box cast so I can get the scoreboard going.
I don't
Let's forget to do it.
Don't have the stats from their initial game against Rochester Mayo, but Brecken did get some action on the mound. I don't know if he threw a couple innings or what. So it'll be his second time on the mound in this week. So
the second pitch is a strike. Yeah, I think Anderson said he was right around the 20-some pitches, I think is what he had said for Tuesday. So here comes the 1-1 pitch. And kind of the delayed ball call there.
Looks like that breaking pitch missed just a touch inside, at least in the umpire's eyes.
And here comes the 2-1. That's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Of course, we're down right to the left of the concessions. A little bit harder to see, of course, from this vantage point. Sometimes we're up in the booth, but we will do our best to guess where those pitches go in.
Right.
Here comes the 2-2. And that's going to be a swing and a miss for strike number 3 and the first out. So a strikeout there for Mr. Wackles to lead off the game here.
Shortstop, Adam Rice, number 4.
And, of course, first inning is brought to you by Etc. Tanning and Clothing, which today it would be nice to sit in the booth again, wouldn't it, Caldy?
It would be. It would be. I'm surprised Brad's not there. Tanning.
If I get anywhere near that front door, Jody's got security.
First pitch is going to be low and outside for ball 1. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. And going to be just a little low again. Correct me if I'm wrong, Brad. See, I got it in right away.
There you go.
I believe this. We've seen this umpire before.
Yes, this is.
I think he's the one.
This is Butch. I always had a good relationship with him when we were part of the program until I didn't. I always try to butter him up before the games, talk to him, and then if things aren't going the Tiger way, then relationship might get fractured a little bit.
3-0 is going to be a little bit high and inside, so that'll be a walk.
Brecken questioned that last pitch there a little bit with where it's missing. I would highly recommend a little bit different way of handling Butch. Ask him where it missed, and he'll tell you, at least in his strike zone, because otherwise might be a little tendency to go, oh, yeah, that pitch is not going to be a strike later if you keep pounding that there. So,
number 12, right fielder, Jolson Kelso.
With a runner on first, 1 out here, top of the first. That first pitch going to be fouled back towards, kind of towards us here. Unfortunately, you couldn't get down and reach that color, Skinnis.
Yeah,
got an autograph later.
And we'll see how the batters look here. Typically, early on in the season, the pitchers have the advantage here, and I'm sure Century is no different than Albert Lee with minimal number of days outside getting ready for the season. And that doesn't make things any easier when you're trying to work on ground balls and things of that nature inside of a gym.
So I actually had ball 1, that first one. It's 2 strikes, it looks like.
You are correct.
See, I was wrong. They're on it here. So here comes the 0-2.
Yeah, the statistician is much better here today.
Got a decent lead over at first base.
He's going.
And that's going to be tipped.
No.
So some fans asking for interference as he got in front of the catcher there, but it is going to be a strikeout, but the runner will get to second.
Second baseman, number 16, Maddox Moline.
All right, second baseman, number 16, Maddox Moline, number 4 hitter, right-handed batter. We have a runner at second base with 2 down.
Yep, 2 down here. One runner on second here near Cetra Tanning and Clothing, first inning. First pitch, that one's going to be taken to the right. It will drop fair.
That is a hit.
About 20 feet past the dirt, and that's going to give a run scored for Century. So Century leads 1-0 on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard.
Looked like a breaking ball there by Wackles, and the batter, he was fooled by it a little bit, but kept his hands back far enough and just put the bat on the ball and flipped it over Sam's head out there into shallow right for the RBI hit.
Number 5 batter is number 7, Cade Gordon, the catcher. Another right-handed batter.
Here comes the first pitch to him.
Another good lead over there first.
He'll take off. It's going to be hit towards the shortstop. He's going to throw it to first in time for the out at first. So Century does strike first, leading 1-0 here in the top of your Etc. Tanning and Clothing. Oh, there they go back to the... We're just going to wait. Because you can hear us in the booth. They're going to need to change, put music on. Hi, everybody.
Defensively for the Panthers, we have Cade Gergen behind the plate. Lucas Mayer on the mound. Carter Simonson at first base. Maddox Moline at second.
Well, we'll see.
Rice playing shortstop.
Can't hear myself anymore now. Okay.
There we go.
They did turn off the radio here, but...
Caldy and I chose to get real quiet.
And I don't mind them. Of course, they play Power 96 here before the games, and I don't mind that they have that. But, yeah, they'll have to get their music kind of going because, unfortunately, we don't play music in between. We normally play some spots and talk a little bit. And with that, let's go ahead and thank some of our in-game sponsors for today. Of course, Americana Insurance. They're bringing you the press box. There it goes back again. Brad wants us to point out Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union.
Well, now they turned
now
it
they turned it off.
Forget it. We'll wait. Do it later.
But Americana Insurance, of course, they're bringing you the press box here. Bayview Freeborn is bringing you the scoreboard, etc. Tanning and clothing. Southern Minnesota Branding, as we said, Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union. Dawson Limousine, G2 Window and Door. Gutters by GT, and of course, the Albert Lee Visitors or Convention and Visitors Bureau. So thank you to all of our in-game sponsors. We'll get through some of our sports boosters and all that stuff here momentarily as the game moves on. But, of course, thank you again for keeping... You can still hear it a little bit. It's okay. All right, who do we have coming up to bat here to lead us off here, Caldy?
Nate Barclay, Leighton Yost, and Graham Goskeson will start us off.
And I tell you what, from last year, that was a pretty good little start of the order.
Yeah, it's a different lineup than game one already. That's quite a few changes within the lineup. So, and maybe just again, it's just early, but to try and change things up. I believe the Tigers only had one hit in their first game.
Designated hitter
and
number
that
7,
was
Nate Barclay.
Mr. Barclay. So,
yep.
Watching the Century pitcher warm up there, not very big in stature, but seemed to have a pretty good amount of velocity out there.
We'll see what the first pitch is here to Barclay, and that's going to be high as the catcher has to jump up there to get that, and that's going to be ball one. I'm just laughing. That's in there for strike one. But, yeah, as we were talking, you could still kind of hear my voice a little bit in the back. Like I said, I don't mind them having Power 96 on. It's always good, but yeah, I don't think they want to listen to me here during the game. That's a swing and a miss for strike two. Oh, we could sing.
Right.
Unfortunately, we're not going to do that today because it's cold.
A couple of fastballs in a row there. Nate took the first one there, and the second one a little bit behind. Let's see what kind of two-strike approach he takes.
Going to be outside. Takes it to 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch here to Barclay. And then we have time called by Barclay. Now, as far as with high school, there's no timeout rule changes or nothing that we have from last year, right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
There is not.
Comes the 2-2 pitch. And it's going to be a swing and a miss for strike three for the first out here in the bottom of the first. Once again, first inning brought to you by Etc. Tanning and Clothing.
Number two, Leighton Yost, the shortstop.
The big rule change that they made through the Minnesota High School State League this year is the cheering. It's still a gray area, but basically the dugouts are expected to be quiet as the pitcher takes the set and comes to the mound rather than that. I'd call it that frivolous cheering where they're just trying to be loud to get into the pitcher's head.
Okay.
So that's it's a point of emphasis, but at the same time, that's going to be interpreted differently by each umpire that you have throughout the game. So, but we should notice that because I'm assuming the coaches have had conversations with their teams going, okay, when the pitcher is getting prepared to actually make that pitch, if you wanted to say, hey, come on, let's go, Leighton, you got a little bit of leeway there, but not just the noise.
That's going to be inside. While we were a little bit on a break there, they did. The catcher went and grabbed a new glove. That's in there for strike one. Looks like I'm looking at our boxcast, and looks like someone upstairs messed with our camera a little bit. Have to go adjust that here in a second. All right, here comes a 2-1 pitch. And that one's going to be hit towards the first baseman. He's going to go ahead and throw it over towards the pitcher. And he's there in time for out number 2. A little dribbler there. Kind of looked like he had reached out and got a little bit ahead of that one, but still hit it.
That brings up
number 20, Graham Goskeson, third baseman.
Graham Goskeson.
Thank you. We're going to send Mosh. Mosh is here. He's going to go adjust our camera for those of you who are watching at home.
Ball one.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 2.
Looks like Century's defense is playing even with the bag, maybe a little bit further back. Outfield probably playing about 270.
Goskelson looks at that one, but it's going to be inside. So ball 3. You know, and the thing is, I look at Goskelson last year, and there were so many times he was in this opportunity, and you sometimes wish, and I mean, there he just kept the bat on his shoulder, but there's a lot of times you were really hoping that he would have just unloaded.
Right.
But did the smart thing there.
First baseman, number 26,
Mr. Sam McGill.
There you go, Mosh. All right, Mosh fixed our camera. Thank you there, sir. Kind sir. Of course, big Sam McGill coming out here.
12-foot tall Sam McGill.
Looks a lot shorter without skates.
We do have a runner on first base. Scores 1-0 Century. Bottom of the first.
And McGill's going to watch that one go across for strike 1. It'll be interesting to see what Goskelson does here at first. And he's just going to go ahead and step out a little bit, but McGill gets called for strike 2.
Heavy diet, almost exclusively fastballs by the Century pitcher in this first top or bottom of the first.
And Goskelson was trying to get a good lead, and the pitcher did step off. Goskelson went back to first.
Yeah, he got some help from his dugout. Just told him to step off, and he didn't panic. He did step off rather than creating the balk.
And that one's going to be high for ball 1.
I think he has only thrown one off-speed pitch, Brad.
Yeah, and he's got some good velo on it.
Yeah, he does.
Throw back to first, not in time, so Goskelson is back safe. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here, bottom of the first. Century leads 1-0 over your Tigers. And that's going to be outside, so guess what? 2's across the board.
There was something there called. I don't know if it was a curveball or a slider.
I couldn't tell there.
Took a little something off of that.
For sure.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Oh, and now McGill wants a time.
Sam was fortunate that the umpire granted him that there, because they don't have to grant him that. And when Sam called for the time, he stepped out of the box at the same time. I want to be careful about that.
And the 2-2, and that's going to be a dribbler fouled. So still 2-2. Tigers looking to get a run back here in the bottom to match that run by Century. And here comes the 2-2. That's going to be high and outside. Catcher just about lost that in a glove, but held on to it, so it takes it to a full count here.
Gives the Tigers a little bit of an advantage as soon as the pitcher releases it. Graham can take off from first without worry if Sam could hit a gap. Could be an opportunity here.
Another time called by McGill.
Might as well be comfortable.
And
the first baseman actually standing behind him.
It's going to be high and outside as Goskelson just about got the second before the catcher actually even had the ball there. So runners now on first and second.
Cooper Kermis, number 13, center fielder.
And Coop, of course, pretty nice year last year as well. Let's see if he can continue that going in here now.
Runners on first and second, 2 out.
Outside.
Just starting the season, obviously, but Coop is going to continue his baseball playing days up at St. John's University.
Oh, very nice.
Very well deserved. Pitcher looks back towards second. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be high and outside again. Takes it to a 2-0 count.
As we talked about his velo, he's got good velocity on it, but his misses in general, they're up, almost like he's trying to overpower them a little bit. So
yeah,
and at this point he's lost it a little bit. So Cooper can dial in one location and be a little bit more selective if he chooses to.
He just laid off of that one. Yeah. He wanted to swing, but it is in there for a strike. So 2-1.
Yeah, still very much in a hitter's count. So.
Ooh, and that's a swing and a miss. Runners are going to advance. So twos across the board. Runners now on second and third.
Yeah, pass ball there on the catcher. Swing and miss by Cooper, and ball just popped right out of the catcher's glove, allowing two guys to get into scoring position here for Cooper.
He will not bunt here.
I do not think so.
It's a great call out, Dave.
Larry knows he won't bunt either. And that's going to be high and outside. It's going to take it to a full count.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Here we are, the bottom of the first. Century up 1-0.
What do you think, your Skinnis? I mean, is he going to try to
we got
attempt
the ball out
on the inside?
I would throw a breaking pitch, but he hasn't thrown enough of them to do it.
He's got that off-speed pitch.
And that's going to be low in the dirt. Ball does get away, and here comes Goskeson to tie it up.
There goes Kermis to
Kermis
second.
will go to
He's gonna take
second.
second, and that's
they do throw in that. Actually, it's an overthrow. And, of course, we're going to see McGill come in from third. So just like that, with a couple of errors, your Albert Lee Tigers now take the lead 2-1.
2 runs without a ball in play on those base runners.
Well, it was a combination of kind of, I think he was trying to go with the braking, but unfortunately maybe just a little too much speed.
Yeah.
Because it got way on the outside.
Yep, and as we say that, somebody's going down to the Century bullpen to warm up a little bit. Almost a little surprised that they haven't made him on visit here to just go talk to him, calm him down. But now it gives Aiden an opportunity with another guy in scoring position.
There's Brua making his way back to the baseball diamond here after
Cooper with a huge lead at second.
And he does get back to second, but the ball goes past the second baseman. But Cooper sliding in did not have an opportunity to get up and run.
Shortstop gave the sign. He realized how big the lead was, and the pitcher wheeled to pick him off. But a good throw probably has him, but another errant throw. But as Cooper's got to slide back in, doesn't give him enough time to pop up and get over to third base.
So still waiting for the first pitch to Brua. And Brua turns on that one, but that one's going to be fouled over to the neighbor's house. And, of course, that ball out of play brought to you by Americana Insurance. For those of you listen over there, if you don't have Americana Insurance, they'd cover that damage. Here goes the 0-1.
Between potentially wanting to pick him off, Century is holding that runner on the opposite of traditional baseball. Typically that'd be the second baseman that should be covering the bag there, but I don't know if they just believe that their pitcher's velocity is that strong that balls are going to go to the right side or what. But
and
really allowing Cooper to open up that hole there.
It's going to be low for ball 2, and that's what I was going to say is Kermis has a nice lead out there at second.
Yeah. You could say he could take third base on it, but at this point, if he's got to lead that far, he's going to score on any base hit anywhere. So
here comes the 2-1, and that's going to be a swing and a miss for strike number 2. Kermis does go to third.
Yep. Catcher's having a difficult time. That was a good breaking pitch there, swing and a miss, and the ball popped out of his glove again.
So 2s across the board here now. Zayden Brua looking to get his first hit here at Hayek Field. And he will turn on that one. It goes towards it was between the shortstop and third, and he is unable to control that. So Brua.
We're going to have an E5 there.
So it's still not a it's still not technically a hit.
Right.
Nope.
No. Yeah.
Our statistician here, Mr. Calderon, says nope.
No, it is not.
Zayden behind the plate. The Tigers take advantage of the courtesy runner rule, and Brody Rassler took his place over at first base.
Left fielder, number 18, Easton Shuey, left-hander.
So Tigers definitely opening up here at the bottom of the first inning. Once again, first inning brought to you by Etc. Tanning and Clothing, and they have a 3-1 lead on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard. Throw back to first.
A lot of pitches here too. So
you are correct.
Whether he comes out for another inning, gets through this inning or not, he's really taking a toll on his pitch count.
And a big cut there by Shuey, but it's a swing and a miss for strike number 1.
31 as of right now.
Wow.
Comes the 0-1 pitch. And that one's going to be turned on. It gets past the first baseman there. And that's going to be a throw over to third as Rassler's going to get tagged out.
Really strong throw, a little bit off the base, but aggressive base running there. Tag was a little bit high, but ball got there a little bit in front of Brody. So.
All right, well, with that, your Albert Lee Tigers lead 3-1 on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here again from the Americana Insurance Press Box. It's Albert Lee Tiger Baseball from the Americana Insurance Press Box here on Power 96.
Arcadian Bank's award-winning mortgage team has the experience and expertise to help you make your next move. Hi, I'm Susie Miller, the mortgage lender at Arcadian Bank. We are committed to delivering the exceptional service and personalized experience you deserve while making your dream home a reality. Stop in our Albert Lee location or visit our website to apply online.
Arcadian Bank, community-owned, community-focused in Albert Lee, Freeborn, and Heartland. www.arcadianbank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Trust the caring professionals at Star Granite Works when it comes to remembering your loved one. Star Granite Works serves the southern Minnesota and northern Iowa area. Star Granite Works offers a wide selection of monuments, granite and bronze markers, plaques, granite benches, and veteran memorials. Trust Albert Lee's only full-service monument shop and the caring professionals at Star Granite to honor in stone the legacy of your loved one forever. Star Granite Works Memorials with innovation and distinction located on South Broadway in Albert Lee.
And back here again from the Americana Insurance Press Box, it's Power 96 live coverage of Albert Lee Tiger Baseball as your Albert Lee Tigers lead 3-1 over Century as we head into the second inning. Second inning is brought to you by GT Window and Doors and Gutters by GT. Pretty nice inning there, boys. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely can't complain about that inning. 3-1. There were some errors committed by Century, and some overthrows, but you know what? We'll take it as a Tiger fans.
Batting in the number 6 spot and leading off the top of the second inning is first baseman number 2, Carter Simonson.
Looks like Carter Simonson coming up here. I got to get to the next half inning here. So once again, second inning brought to you by GT Window and Door and Gutters by GT. We'll hear more from them here as well in a little bit.
Brecken had 14 pitches in the first inning.
First pitch going to be low.
That was a good first inning, like you said, Caldy. Now put it back on Brecken here. See if he can get us right back in the dugout. Put the pressure right back on Century.
Correct.
And that pitch is going to be taken over towards third baseman Goskason, unable to get that cleanly. So runner will be on first for Century.
Graham did what you want to see him do there. Cuts in front of Yost from third to short. Take that ball with his momentum going that way, but the ball just scooted under his glove, and Century gets the leadoff batter on.
Number 8, Kinnenberg is up, right-handed batter.
Gonna be
takes ball 1.
I wasn't paying attention, but it is ball 1.
I got you.
You got it. I was looking over to see if they did have anybody warming up, but I don't see anybody over in the Century bullpen. Next pitch going to be low in the dirt for ball 2.
McGill coming over from first base. Just a couple of quick words from to Brecken here. Just to settle him down, get him back in his zone. You know, he was 2 pitches in, and if you happen to make that play, you've got a 2-pitch out, and it's exactly the way you want to start the inning. So just come back and work these batters one at a time.
So here comes the 2-0 pitch. That's in there for strike number 1.
It's always good at any time in the season, but even earlier on in the season when you're dealing with these more adverse and colder conditions, utilize your defense. Get that ball across the plate. Let your defense work for you. Keep your pitch count under control. And
100%
The
correct.
2-1 pitch is going to get inside and hit the batter.
And like I said, in general, your pitchers are ahead of your hitters because you can work inside a lot easier on your pitching. Whereas these guys, they've been hitting off a tee, they've been hitting soft toss or off of a pitching machine. It's not the same as when you're trying to pick that ball out off a live pitcher's hand and you're looking for spin, whether it's a breaking pitch or not. So,
Century has a runner on second and first. Nobody out. San Miguel coming way in.
I hate it when he does this.
Well, we talked about that. He actually swung. We talked about this at Hockey Day, how he felt, going up so far. And he said his brother had taken a ball to the face, so he didn't know if he'd be doing it too much.
Right.
But evidently, it doesn't matter. He's doing it today.
I get what he's doing, and it really makes it a little bit more difficult. But, boy, it puts him in a perilous situation.
And there the bunt is shown, but that's going to be to the left side. Throw over to first in time for out number 1.
Just got the out. Brecken did a nice job of getting there. It was a nice bunt. Brecken didn't get the initial grip on the ball and still made a strong throw just to get him there.
Runner did go to third on that, so Century has a runner at third here. As Century trails Albert Lee 3-1 here on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard.
Jared Solik, number 9 hitter, the left fielder. Number 3 is now up with a runner on third and second. 1 down.
Here comes the first pitch. And that's in there for strike number 1.
I can't tell for certain, but it looks like maybe Leighton is at normal depth. It's short, but everybody else appears to be. The corners are definitely even with the bags.
It looks like Preston's a little bit in.
Preston's
he's
in.
creeping in. He's almost to the grass, too. Oh.
Just inside, missing that corner for ball number 1.
Only being in the second inning. To me, it's a little early to bring your infield in to potentially sacrifice what can be routine outs, but
I would agree with that.
One's across the board. That one's going to be down low. Brewer keeps it in front of him. It's going to be 2 balls now and 1 strike with 1 out. And I was going to look at this here. It is 48 degrees, it says. So warmer than it was on Tuesday. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Oh, just missing high, it looks like.
You said it was 48 degrees at the start of the game. I felt like it was a warmer 48 at the start of the game than I do right now.
Well, they don't have the grills going either.
That's true.
That one's going to get turned on and goes towards the shortstop. Unfortunately, Yost is going to bounce out of his glove. A throw into home. Not in time.
Watch the runner.
As a good throw, though, there.
Hard hit one hopper there. Leighton Yost at short tried to dive, was able to deflect it. Not able to come up with the ball. Really good effort, and East and Shuey came up throwing and from left field in a nice strong throw. It was just a touch high, and the runner from second was able to just get in underneath the tag of Brewer there.
Center fielder number 11, first time up, struck out. Century has a runner on second base with 1 out.
Did Century get 2 across?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm way off. So 3-3 now on here, Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard. Just like that, it's back. So seeing bats come alive here today for both teams. And that one's going to get turned on. That's going to go out in towards the gap. But Kermis comes in and grabs that for out number 2. Almost looks like he rolled a little weird there, didn't it?
Yeah. Him and Shuey were converging in the shallow left center field gap there, and Cooper kind of went down to his knees. And
now batting number 4.
I think the grass allowed the slide that he maybe anticipated. Might have left more of a divot, but a nice play there by Coop, and he jumped up to his feet quick to prevent the runner from any opportunity to tag it up and go into third there. So
Number 4, Adam Rice, had a base on balls last time up.
So with 2 outs here in the top of the second, Wackles goes in, and that one's going to be hit. It's going to be popped up, though.
Preston, yep.
Actually, Smith lets it go to Steeler
Yep.
for the third out.
Good job of communication there. Let the outfielder come in rather than continue to backpedal there to get the third out.
So Century does get the lead back here, or not the lead, but they got two back here in the top of the second. Once again, second inning was brought to you by G2 Window and Doors and Gutters by GT. And let's go ahead and hear a little bit more from Adam here at Gutters by GT.
Hi, this is Adam, owner of Gutters by GT. Gutters by GT is a local family-owned and operated business that has proudly served the Albert Lee area since 2012. We have won the trust of local homeowners by providing reliable service, adding leak protection to existing gutters and new gutter installation. We are also a proud sponsor of Albert Lee Sports. Call me today at 507-402-5541 or visit guttersbygt.com for a free estimate today. Don't forget to listen or watch local sports on Power 96. Proudly brought to you by Gutters by GT.
And speaking of Adam from Gutters by GT, we just heard you on the radio. How could you be here in person? You were just on the radio. Oh, you got seventh. How'd you guys win? Oh, you just had practice. Okay. Well, of course, Adam, a great sponsor here for Power 96 Sports and for Albert Lee Sports in general. And he is coaching 7th grade baseball now, from what it sounds like. So I was going to say it sounded kind of quiet in here today. No, Adam normally a very boisterous fan here of Tiger Sports. So once again, second inning brought to you by G2 Window Doors and Gutters by GT. And Caldy, who's up to bat here for the Tigers this bottom of the second?
Number 15, second baseman Preston Smith will start us off. And then we'll go to Ethan Steeler, the right fielder who just made the last out. I was, during the intermission there, I was asking you both doing something else, but in the Twins game today, the center fielder and the left fielder collided. It was, as Brad pointed out earlier, good communication between the outfielder. That was poor communication demonstrated by Major League Baseball.
Yeah. Looks like Century did go to the bullpen. They've got a new pitcher on the mound.
Okay, it's number 14 now. Caldy will go through the roster and get that for you here. But Smith up to bat here. Smith, he got the start on Tuesday, pitching. That's going to go for swing and a miss for strike number 1.
Took a little something off of it. He doesn't seem to have the same velocity in those warm-ups, and threw a fair amount of breaking pitches while warming up. And as we say that, though, it's kind of unique. Century's got somebody throwing in the bullpen as we speak as well.
Yeah, that's what I just had seen as well. Smith will take that next one, swing and a miss for strike number 2. 0-2 count here now to Smith. And he's going to check that swing, but they're going to say it's a strike. So Smith goes down on a strikeout.
Number 14 for Century is Ben Steer.
Okay.
He's a junior.
Right fielder, number 11, Ethan Steeler.
Steeler up to bat here, and this is
our number 9 hitter, Ethan Steeler.
Yeah.
And then we'll head back up to the top.
I thought he was our number 9, so
you're on it, Dave.
Steeler watches that one go by for ball 1 as it goes on the outside. Comes the 1-0 pitch. What he thought was inside is going to clip the corner. So one's across the board. What are you going to say there, Caldy?
I was just going to say that a Century just seems to be playing at average depth at the present time with one down. We fouled one off here.
Yeah. And waiting to hear a house hit. Did not hit the house, but once again, all balls out of play. Brought to you by Americana Insurance. Of course, proud sponsors here of the Americana Insurance Press Box. Here's a 1-2 pitch. And that one's going to get turned. Not sure if it's going to stay fair. It will stay fair.
Yep.
As it does a
Ethan's
two-bouncer.
got really good speed.
The Steeler's going to slide into second. So Steeler will go ahead and get a double here in the bottom of the second. Very similar to what we've seen earlier with one of Century's balls when it went over McGill's head, too.
Yep.
Leadoff hitter, Nate Barclay.
That ball just continued to peel away towards the foul line there. And Ethan is one of only 2, I think, new starters this season, at least early on. Ethan and Zayden Brew. Otherwise,
Yeah,
most of those
everybody's
guys
back.
have returned, and and Ethan saw some spot duties last year, but 2 games in, he's been in the starting lineup both games. So
Barclay's going to turn on that. It's going to be popped up. Not sure if it's going to hit us or not. Nope, it stayed in, and about 10 feet or so from the backstop for out number 2. It's an downfall with our tent. We can't see. Of course, Brad's sitting outside of the tent so he can see.
I was going to catch it.
Number 2, Leighton Yost, our shortstop, now up.
Opportunity here to take the lead with 2 outs. Ethan still in scoring position there.
Leighton grounded out to the first baseman last time up.
And he's going to go ahead and dribble that one back towards the backstop for strike number 1. And the thing with Hayek, it's just so weird because we're feeling a little bit of a breeze right here, but you look at the flagpole and there's nothing.
No, it's not moving at all.
Where Tuesday, that flag was straight out to the north.
Cheapers. That's an understatement.
Here
That was
comes-
everywhere.
Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Going to be low for ball 1.
1-1, 2 outs. We have a runner on second base. Taking a pretty good sized lead.
And that's going to be low for ball 2. We were kind of laughing earlier, of
Whatever you
course, with technology the way it is now and the coverage. Of course, we're radio. We have the radio plus the video capability, but there's about 4 or 5 different video capabilities going on right now for this game.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes the 2-1 pitch.
See, there's 2 up in the stands.
Yep.
That's low. 3-1.
3-1 is the count. Which, it's always good. The more you can get coverage for players, it helps them not only with their game, but maybe if they're looking at going, to play after high school as well. You can have something to show.
Absolutely, yep.
Here comes a 3-1 here now with 2 outs. Runner on second. Still 3-3. And that's going to be a strike.
Don't poke the bear.
Yeah.
Very similar to the last pitch.
And here we are, full count, 2 outs.
And that's going to be inside for ball 4. So runners now on first and second.
Now batting number 20,
Graham Goskison, number 20, our third baseman. Took a base on balls last time up. Let me see here. Yeah.
As the pitcher gets set here.
They're
He's
going.
going to throw
pickup
back
of
to
got it.
second.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody calling for a buck,
to Rice to pick off
but
the
they're
runner
not
at
going to
second
call the
base
buck
with a
there.
throw out
It's
of
going to
the
be thrown
No
out
runs,
there
one
at
out,
second.
score remains 3-3.
So it is 3-3 here as we finish your second inning. Once again, your second inning brought to you by GT Window and Door and Gutters by GT. Hey, let's talk about them just for a quick second here. Not sure if you guys knew this or not, but they've been in business since 2012, and they've been helping local residents, local homeowners, and they've won their trust by providing those homeowners with reliable services. High-quality windows, doors, seamless gutter installation, and much, much more. You can give Adam a call at 507-320-0575 today. Of course, that is Gutters by GT and GT Window and Door. Of course, as we go into the third inning today is going to be brought to you by Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union. And I tell you what, they've been a good partner here as well with Power 96. Brad, do you know much about Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union?
I've heard the manager down there is a really swell guy.
So, and I've heard that as well. Of course, if you're looking, maybe you want to get, well, the snowmobiles are done. I mean, right now actually might be a good time to buy them because they're probably on clearance.
Yeah, motorcycles, boats, a little bit of everything.
Do you know what your interest rate is right now?
It's in the low fives.
Low fives.
Low
So,
fives, yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. So if you need
to borrow some money for gas nowadays.
What's the interest rate on the gas, 10?
I don't know. $95 the other day for me to fill up. I was like, I'm going to turn around and go home and cry.
Oh, well, at least you can give yourself a loan for that gas.
Nothing shady about that.
All right, so once again, third inning is going to be brought to you by Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union. Of course, 1958.
58, yeah.
Jonas Colso, number 12, the right fielder, is now up. Number 3 batter.
Turns on that and goes towards the shortstop. Going to throw it to first. In time for out number 1. So a nice relay there from Yost to McGill for out number 1.
And a perfect start there. One pitch, 1 out. Let your defense do its thing and keep moving on. I don't know how many pitches he threw. I know he had a good pitch count in the first inning. He was up a little bit there in the second.
After the second inning, he has 30 pitches.
30 pitches, so still not too bad.
Oh, and here's going to come number 16.
Max Moline, the second baseman. He had a hit last time up.
And I know I've heard that name. I'm not sure if it was just in baseball last year or if he maybe played hockey too. I can't remember. I just remember the name. That's going to be a swing and a miss for strike number 1.
Is that the coach's name too, Coldy?
Yes.
Do you have the roster? Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
And that one's going to be hit back towards second base. Smith's going to take it, relay it to first in time for out number 2.
Nice breaking pitch there by Brecken. The batter was fooled by it, but put the ball in play, and Preston came up with nice play and threw him out.
Number 7, Kate Gergen, the catcher.
Mosh, did you just get shivers?
Yeah. Rounded out to our shortstop last time out.
No.
We're not going to cuddle.
All right, here comes the first pitch.
You three can do whatever you want. I'll stay over here.
Outside for ball 1. At least we're kind of sheltered here. But I don't know where that wind has come from because the flagpole is not moving at all. And that's going to be tipped foul. And I shouldn't even say the flagpole. It's the flags are not moving. Maybe a little bit, but not much. It's going to be tipped foul towards the backstop. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here. Top of third. Still in a 3-3 ball game. 1-1 pitch. Tried to get that to curve back in. Did not.
He
Stayed
took a
high.
little something off of that pitch.
And I don't mind that. I mean, looking how...
It's a good time to do it.
If he can get that under control. Here comes a 2-1. That's a swing and a miss for strike number 2. So 2's across the board.
Yeah, Brecken's been all over the place in the first 2+ innings with his pitches. You know, we haven't seen exclusive fastballs or heavy on the breaking pitches. Really mixed it up nicely.
Correct.
And the 2-2 gets turned on. That's going to go.
That ball's carrying out there.
Yeah. Kermis does. He had to run back about maybe 10, 15 feet.
Yeah, he wasn't too far from the warning track in that 360 sign out in center field there. That ball just continued to carry.
3-3.
So we're going to take a break here real quick. We're going to hear some from, well, actually got to get back up here. This is messing with me now. They got country playing now, which isn't wrong with country either. But I had to go down and make sure we turned that other thing off here. All right, we're going to hear some from Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union.
The friendly staff at Albert Lee's Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union reminds you that when you're in need of a home that satisfies your financial needs, let Trades and Labor Credit Union make it easy with checking services, debit cards, home equity loans, and savings options that will earn you more for your money. Visit Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union on Albert Lee's friendly south side. Open 6 days a week with social distancing for your safety and theirs. Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union, member NCUA, providing financial services since 1958.
And back here again from the Americana Insurance Press Box, we have Power 96 live coverage of Albert Lee Tiger Baseball as it's a 3-3 ball game here, heading into the bottom of the third. Let's get in the third inning, brought to you by Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union. Let's go ahead and thank some of our sports boosters, because, of course, without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do, and that's bring you live local sports on local radio. Of course, Americana Insurance, Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home, Southern Minnesota Branding, On the Spot Appliance, Arcadian Bank, Star Granite Works, GT Window and Door, Gutters by GT, the Austin Bruins, Alpha Orthodontics, Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union, Thompson Sanitation.
Panthers now have Ben Steyer on the mound.
Oh, okay. You're just announcing the change that was made last time. Thompson Sanitation, Young Construction and Roofing, Nick's Meats in Hayward, South Main Auto Service in Austin, Freeborn County Solid Waste, North Star Power Sports in Marine, and Shell Rapid Lube. And we'll get to some more here at our next break.
Leading off for the Tigers, number 20, first baseman, Sam McGill.
Third baseman, Graham Gustafson, number 20, is now up.
Oh, and he's going to turn on that one. That one goes towards the second baseman. He's going to throw it to first, throws over the first baseman's head, but he's going to go ahead and just stay on first.
That was a really nice job, actually, by the pitcher to go over there and cover, because there was really no reason for the first baseman not to be there. He took one step and then just stopped and watched, and that makes that play that much more difficult for the second baseman to do that. And that's what caused the error.
Brad, you're a professional.
Number 26, Sam McGill, first baseman.
There's just people in this world you don't like. For me, Amber Yost is one of them.
And McGill's going to turn on that one. That one goes towards the shortstop. He can't grab it. So he's going to get to first successfully, and as well as Gustafson getting to second. So just like that, runners at first and second.
Hasn't been the cleanest game defensively. We'll take him any way we can get him. All kidding aside, I love Amber Yost. She was just about in my face as much as she could, messing with my headset and everything else. So.
Of course, Nancy Wolf, if you're listening, Amber's mom. And, here's trouble, too.
Here we go. This is my first call. First and second, no outs. This is an Albert Lee bunt.
Okay, let's see what happens here. And he's going to show the bunt side, and he pulls it back. And the runners will go back to first and second.
That's the small ball way.
The Skinnis Magic 8 Ball.
That isn't the Skinnis Magic 8 Ball.
It might come off. I think they're going to let him swing here.
Well, we'll see. And he does swing, and he's going to pop that one. That one's going to go out in towards the gap.
Is that going to carry, though, too?
Oh, the right fielder had to go back once again. 20 feet, maybe from the warning track.
We now have a slight movement on that flag out there, but maybe the flag isn't high enough, because these last couple of balls, they're really carrying it out there. I mean, Coop put a good swing on that, but I didn't think it was going to get out as far as it did.
Zayden Brewer, number 21, the catcher, is now up.
And like you said, that here comes the wind blowing towards us. So, of course, that just means that when the ball gets up there, it's going to look like it could go further, but it's going to die back, too. So
here's my second call of the season. Here's where we're going to play the running game and try and get them to make a mistake by advancing Sam to second while getting that run across.
And they threw to first. Back in time, though.
Which is a pretty standard move in this situation.
Yeah.
I would anticipate a delayed steal on the catcher.
Oh.
That's in there for strike one. As McGill looks at the catcher, but...
Correct me if I'm wrong, Brad, but the pitcher's hand looks pink from where I'm sitting, excuse me. Nice hit.
Get back, Sam. Right at him.
Yep, right to the center fielder. Throw is going to come home. Not in time. Tigers are going to take the lead. It looks like he's got some kind of bandage across his hand. You're right, Caldy.
Yeah, either that or he's got or is it right below the sleeve? I can't tell, but yeah. Well, unfortunately for Zayden, he hit that one literally right on the screws. The center fielder didn't have to move at all. The bigger worry was, as Sam took off on the pitch, was him getting back, because it was hit too hard.
Number 18, Easton Shuey, the left fielder, had a hit last time out.
So Tigers take a 4-3 lead on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard. McGill still at first. And here's the pitch. That one's going to be hit. That one's going to be popped up towards shallow right.
If it's not raining, that one might bring it.
Yeah. And
that one was skied.
Yeah, it does get that. So that is 3 outs. on your bottom of the third. And Tigers lead 4-3 here. We're going to head into the top of the fourth here next, but not before doing a quick station identification and hearing a couple more from our sponsors.
Power 96, the very best in classic rock. 96.1 KQPR FM, Albert Lee, Minnesota.
Don't miss Fan Appreciation Night, your final chance to catch Bruins hockey at home this regular season. This Saturday, all tickets are just $5. Enjoy drink specials, in-game raffles, and stick around for the post-game jersey auction. Let's pack Riverside Arena and celebrate you, the best fans in the North American Hockey League. Get your tickets now at tickets.austinbruins.com.
Hi, this is Jay Anderson, head coach of the Albany baseball team. Thanks for keeping it local on Power 96.
You know what? And thank you, Jay, for helping us keep it local here. Of course, we're going to head into the fourth inning here now. Fourth inning, once again, going to be brought to you by Etc. Tanning and Clothing. Hey, with multiple tanning options and a wide variety of unique clothing options, Etc. has you covered. Visit them in the Skyline Plaza or give them a call at 507-377-8267 to schedule your next visit. And so Jody won't let you in?
No. She's quite selective in her clientele, apparently.
Tough crowd there.
Right. My sources tell me the AL Tigers softball team trails 2-0 after 3 innings over in Rochester.
We appreciate that input. Do we need to give any shout-outs to is it Miss Olson? Mrs. Olson?
It might be Miss Sarah Olson.
Carter Simonson.
All right, starting for Century will be Carter Simonson, number 2, the first baseman.
I wonder if Rochester's warmer or same temperature right now.
It's further away from the equator, I believe.
So going to miss for strike one.
Brecken's really starting to settle down. He's pitched well throughout the game, but he's getting ahead of the batters, utilizing the defense. Minimal pitch counts. Allows his defense to get back into the dugout. I don't see any of them putting coats or sweatshirts on, but if they want to, the quick innings allows them to warm up and then put the pressure right back on Century.
That was a swing and a miss for strike number 2.
Brecken has 41 pitches as of right now.
And ball 1.
1 and 2, nobody out.
Ron Hunter says the JV is in the 5th behind 2-1. 9A is 4th inning. Tigers are leading 6-4.
Close ground ball to the shortstop.
Close games all over the place.
Eos throws it to McGill, and thank goodness McGill was tall because he snagged that right out of the air for out number 1.
Next up, number 8, Andrew Kinneberg.
Yeah, close games, and of course it's good to get a lot of these games in. Of course, with the weather, didn't really know what was going to happen.
Andrew Kittelberg, number 8. Last time was hit by a pitch.
It's going to be low and inside for ball 1. And looking with Yost, how he made the play on that coming in. And we had seen it earlier, of course, with maybe this dirt still kind of maybe a little damp. You don't know how the ball's going to react on that.
Right, and you don't have certainly don't want to play the ball off the lip of the grass, and in this field, even as early as it is on the season and as low as that grass seems to be cut, Jay Anderson does not like a fast infield. This infield is typically very slow. It'll eat up balls. So if you don't come up and play aggressively on those ground balls, you can beat out those routine ground balls. So
next pitch was a ball. Here comes a 2-1. That one's going to be inside as well. Takes the 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Tigers lead 4-3 on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard. Here's the 3-1 pitch. And that's going to be...
Let it go.
As it rolls, there it went foul.
good communication there by Wackles and Goskeson there, as it was a little bit more than a swinging bunt down the third baseline, and there was no opportunity to throw the base runner out if it stayed fair, and it went about 3/4 of the way down to third base before it finally did trickle fall, and the Tigers picked it up.
Now, is it illegal to take your foot and make a trench for it to go out?
I've seen a professional baseball player blow on it, and
I have seen that.
and it actually is allowed.
3-2-1 across the board here. And here's the 3-2 pitch. Ooh, just missing down and outside for ball 4. So runner on first.
Now batting, number 23, Brendan Wagner.
Brendan Wagner, number 23, third baseman. Had a sac fly last time out.
Throw over to first, not in time.
It's looking like one of Brecken's toughest innings right now.
He started good there with that.
Well,
that
one of his
That's
toughest
a swing and
innings.
miss.
Just because he has like 10 pitches already. I mean, usually he's almost out of the inning by now.
Yeah.
But Brecken pitching a great game.
Comes the 0-1. That's a swing and a miss for strike 2, and a throwback over to first. They're saying that he got back.
Got back. I also don't think that the appears that the first base coach is questioning the drop down there. Yeah. There did appear that Sam had an attempt there to basically block him off the base, and he does have to allow the base runner to get back to the base.
Okay. The 0-2 pitch. And that one's going to be hit right to the third baseman there, of course, to Goskeson.
Makes the snag at third base for the second out of the inning.
So 2 outs here now.
Number 3, Jarek Solak.
Yeah, hard hit line drive right to Graham there.
Never hurts to have a backup catcher at third.
No, it does not. Of course, we don't have the radars here to see how fast that came off, but I'm going to say 115 miles an hour came off the bat. Could be wrong.
I don't know. We'll find out if Graham's got broken bones at 115.
Runner will go to second, and they're going to get the tag down. Ooh, safe at second.
Solid throw there. It was just a smidge on the third base side of the bag, and that was the difference in him sneaking in there.
Still, considering that's the first throw we've seen of Brua.
Pretty good arm down the second base.
Pretty good. They're saying that was a strike. Okay. I had it down as a ball, but I guess it's a strike. So 0-1 here now. 2 outs. Tigers still lead 4-3. That's going to be popped up.
It's going to be out of play.
And McGill's trying to chase it down, but it is way out of play.
Sam, you're tall, but not that tall.
No. And it does not hit a house, so no calls will be made to Americana unless they want to do it on their own. It's again Americana Insurance, sponsoring all the foul balls here on Power 96 Sports.
0-2, 2 outs, runner at second base. Just a bit inside.
And I don't mind sometimes, especially, and I believe this is the one too where he didn't think a couple of those pitches were where they should have been last time. So I think he's trying to see what the umpire will do here. And there he got the call. A strikeout for Wackles.
Top of the 4th inning. No runs.
He got that corner finally, Brad.
He did get that corner. It's tough. Now, you don't see a lot of guys work the inside corner, and I think you're passing up an opportunity there to do that. A lot of hitters don't like that ball in their hands. They want to extend and stretch and try and power that ball.
So as we head into the bottom of the 4th, once again, 4th inning brought to you by Etc. Tanning and Clothing. On your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard, it has your Albert Lee Tigers leading 4-3 over the Century Panthers. This is Power 96 live coverage of Albert Lee Tiger baseball here from the Americana Insurance Press Box. Caldy, looks like we're moving along at a pretty good speed here. No rain as of yet.
No,
glad we put up the tent, though.
I'm not afraid to say I'm glad we put up the tent also. Little information about Brecken. Brecken has 55 pitches so far this game, and he has a total of 3 strikeouts with 2 base on balls.
Okay.
Nothing, not a bad outing, I would
No.
say. With the temperature that's outside, I can't tell if the Tigers have anybody in the bullpen as of right now, but I would assume if it doesn't happen this next inning, it will happen the inning after.
Yeah, and I can't really see either. Who do we got up to bat here now for the Tigers?
Well, for the Tigers, let's bring up Preston Smith, Ethan Steeler, and Nate Barkay.
Okay. Of course, Brad
sing
going
a
to
little
get his
karaoke,
supper.
And I'm going to sing a little George Strait.
Yeah.
Check yes or no. Oh, no, wait.
That's the wrong song, but yeah.
Same guy.
Leading
Maybe.
off the bottom of the 4th inning for the Albert Lee Tigers is second baseman, number 15, Preston Smith.
All right, Preston, last time up, struck out. A little aggressive behind the plate.
And he's going to swing at the first one. That one's going to go towards the shortstop. Shortstop's going to dig it up, throw it to first.
Beat it out.
Not in time. So Smith with that nice little hit there.
Good way to start the inning, getting the leadoff batter on.
And getting back to where Skinnis had said how this ball kind of slows down in the infield. I think too the shortstop tried to jam it in.
Yep.
Found out it slowed down.
Yeah, he had to go into the hole a little bit, but you got to come up, especially at this field. You got to come up and play everything.
I would guess this would be a bunt situation.
You know, it would make sense. Ethan had a nice double down the right field line, but you're also turning the order over to the top of the lineup and in a tight game.
And you were right. He did throw for the bunt.
Base running mistake here.
As a hot box situation here.
They're just having fun with
going
it
back
now.
and forth, and eventually he'll go down there for out number 1.
Yeah, a couple of things there. You can't get too far off the base there because ultimately you're giving up the out to get yourself into scoring position. And then also on the bunt there, if you saw that, Steeler was kind of going towards first base at that point. Like you're not really bunting for a base hit at that point. You plant your feet there, get that down. But that'll, again, we're game 2 in, and those are the little things that you work on in practice and you correct, and they get better throughout the year. And
one's across the board. Is that one? Steeler had to get out of the way a little bit. He's going to turn on that one. That one's going to go through the gap into left field for a base hit. So Steeler with a couple of nice at-bats here.
Correct. Steelers 2 for 2 on the day.
Designated hitter, number 7, Nate Barclay.
Nate Barclay is up. Nate has flew out to the catcher and struck out today. And the Tigers are still ahead 4-3.
And that gets to where, you look at the bunt. Is it a situation? I don't mind it, but when you got a batter that's batting now 2 for 2, I don't think it'll be in that same bunt situation next time.
And then ironically enough, too, after you get the out on the base pass and had the unsuccessful bunt attempt, then he comes back and lines a base hit there. So
Steeler has to get back as the throw to first, not in time.
That's a nice thing with these headsets on. We can always second guess and we can be great armchair coaches.
You are correct.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch. And Barclay gets a hold of that one. He sends it deep to
gone.
right. Over the right fielder's head. It did bounce to the fence.
I don't think it's going to get a run home. Steeler went back a little bit there rather than advancing towards second base on that, which is all right. I mean, you don't want to take that opportunity getting doubled up there. So puts 2 runners in scoring position for Yost.
Still a nice double there by Barclay.
Number 2, Leighton Yost, shortstop today. Base on balls and grounded out to the first baseman.
And anything gets put in play, we could see Yost if they make a play towards home, Yost could easily be second or third.
Infield
and he's going to go
totally
ahead, hit
in.
it. Goes just past the shortstop. One run's going to score, but they're going to hold off on the corners. So the Steelers scores. It takes 5-3 in favor of the Tigers on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard.
Boy, their outfilders are shallow. That ball deflected off of the infield base hit there, deflected off of the shortstop there, and the left fielder picked that ball up and almost in the dirt.
Yeah.
Third baseman, number 20, Graham Goskason. We now have runners at first and third with one out. Tigers ahead, 5-3.
Toward the first, not in time. That's one of the nice things of us sitting here in the crowd. We can, or by the crowd, get to hear a lot of things. Here comes the pitch. And that's going to be in there for strike one. Kind of a delayed steal. And Yost does make it to second.
These are the situations where, I don't know, maybe I'm a little bit more old school. I'm not sacrificing a potential out for a run. I've got my number 2 hitter in Leighton on first base, who's a good base runner and has a lot of speed. I'm going to just let him actually steal that base and put 2 runners in scoring position for my 3 hitter.
Century is really bringing it in.
Yep.
They are on the edge of the grass. Inside.
I don't foresee a bunt here.
Nor do I. Nice pitch.
Ooh.
That was a great pitch.
Goskason watched that. He wanted to swing, and he didn't.
That was a curveball.
And
and this pitcher's not going to throw. I mean, might have some swing and misses, but he's not going to overpower you. There's not a whole lot of velocity with this pitcher.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And Goskason gets on that one. That one's going to be a dribbler into left field. One run's going to score. They will throw it. They're going to go towards the cutoff man. Yep. And with that single, 2 runs are going to score for your Tigers.
Coach Anderson was sending Leighton the whole way there. I'm kind of glad that left fielder didn't field it cleanly, because as fast as Leighton is, they are still, again, so shallow out there.
Yeah.
That
we have big Sam Miguel, number 26,
number
first
26,
baseman.
Sam Miguel.
Scoring 3 so far here in the bottom of the 4th. Tigers lead now 7-3 on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard.
Sam has had a base on balls. And then reached on an error.
Turned on that one, but he's going to be just a little bit behind and goes foul.
0-1, 1 out. Runner at first base.
Here comes the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be in there for strike number 2. And here comes the 0-2. I can say if he would have swung on that, that one could have went right up middle. Would have been bad. Reminds me of the old softball days when
open up the middle and take your own pitcher off.
Spin to win,
while destroying the opponent.
Of course, that one was out of bounds or out of play. So once again, a Americana Insurance ball out of play. The 0-2 again to McGill. 1 out. Tigers lead 7-3. Pitch is going to be low.
That was pretty close.
Yeah, and might be a little bit on the outside.
It could have been.
You know, I mean,
we don't know. We really can't see that well, so.
No. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. And McGill questioning.
That's a pretty good pitch.
And the umpire walks him back.
Next up for the Tigers.
And I think that's
number 13.
That's the downfall with McGill's height is he's got such a big strike zone.
Number 13, Cooper Kurmis, the center fielder.
I wonder what McGill said, but the umpire did not like it.
No, you don't usually get away with. No.
Yeah, Goskason throw back to first. Does get past the first baseman, but
he did the right thing. He stayed
yeah.
where he was supposed to stay. That ball only rolled about 12 feet away from first base.
High school baseball umpires typically don't take much of anything when it comes to lip, nor should they be. Baseball's a little bit different game than basketball. Like basketball, I feel like they get away with it too much with how much they talk to the referees. But baseball, it's even more of a different breed. Like, coach wants to say something, that's what they're there for. But the players, they usually stop that pretty darn quick.
Yeah. So 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs here now in the bottom of the 4th. And here's the 1-0 pitch. That one's going to be turned on. It'll get through, well, past the third baseman, but the shortstop does get there to keep it in. And Tigers once again have runners on first and second.
And there's that grass again. It was a well-hit ball by Cooper, but the first bounce was into that grass. And it allowed, shortstop made a heck of a diving stop, literally on the edge of the dirt in the outfield grass, but that's how much this grass kills the ball.
Zane Brua now batting with runners on second and first.
And I forget, looking at Brua here right now, normally he plays defense in hockey, but he's a very well-built athlete. So let's see if he can get a hold of one here. And he tries there. He's going to get just a little bit out front and sends that foul for strike 1. Once again, you do not want to put a ball that low. He's used to hitting hockey pucks. Of course, Brua played with the Rochester Grizzlies for hockey. They made it all the way to the semifinals. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. And that one's going to be hit. It's going to go to center field. No. And the center fielder does get there as he has to run back about 15 feet or so. Tell you what, hit that ball like that again come July.
Right, yeah.
Ball's going to carry.
Yes.
So Tigers do put on 3 there in the bottom of the 4th inning, taking it 7-3 on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard. Of course, 4th inning was brought to you by Etc. Tanning and Clothing. With that, let's hear some more from our sponsors here on Power. And there's my microphone. Now I can hear myself a little better. Maybe that'll make a difference. I don't know. But let's hear some more from our sponsors here on Power 96.
Arcadian Bank's award-winning mortgage team has the experience and expertise to help you make your next move. Hi, I'm Susie Miller, the mortgage lender at Arcadian Bank. We are committed to delivering the exceptional service and personalized experience you deserve while making your dream home a reality. Stop in our Albert Lee location or visit our website to apply online.
Arcadian Bank, community-owned, community-focused in Albert Lee, Freeborn, and Heartland. www.arcadianbank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And back here again from the Americana Insurance Press Box, Power 96 live coverage of Albert Lee Tiger baseball as your Tigers lead 7-3 here. And not sure what the weather's looking like it's going to do over here, boys, but it's getting darker to our south and kind of to our west there a little bit. Actually, maybe more towards the east. So as long as it stays away from us, I think we're going to be okay.
Yeah. No rain. No rain, no delays.
It still says rain ending around 7:30, 48 degrees right now. Feels like, now it's 47, but it feels like 43.
It doesn't. It's like 33. That's what my feet say anyway.
Brecken back out there. Brecken is back out there on the mound with only 55 pitches so far today.
The Tigers doing a pretty good job here, bouncing back from Tuesday's game. And, one of the big things that Coach Anderson had said is he's going to be moving a lot of players around every game, try to figure out what they have in players and make their decisions based off of that. And so far, I don't mind this rotation he has going for today, Brad.
Yeah, as you say that now, too, Preston Smith has come out of the game, and Brody Rassler's out there at second base now. I don't believe that was the case last inning. At least if it was, I didn't notice it.
No, it was not the case last inning.
Ball 1 there from Wackles. That's going to be a little bit low again.
Game 1, I know with Preston starting on the mound that Brody was the starting second baseman. So steps in there, fills in there.
2-0 pitch going to be inside. Takes it to 3-0. First time I believe Wackles has been in a 3-0 situation so far this game.
You are correct, David. No, you are incorrect. He's been in there one other time.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. So the second time, and that's in their first strike.
Brecken's had a couple of difficult situations coming back out of the dugout where Albert Lee has batted for quite some time, and that makes it tough for pitchers, especially early on in the season when we're talking this 40-degree-ish type of weather to stay warm and stay loose. So as good as it is to have your team batting for a while, putting up some additional runs, it can be a little bit taxing on your pitchers at the same time.
And we're going to have a time called here. Coach Klott is going to make his way out. That's going to give us time here to quick. Let's check on the weather.
I can do it for you. Burr, it's cold.
So let's hear what they're saying weather right now here for the Power 96 listening area.
Here's your Power 96 weather update. Cloudy skies tonight with a chance of rain showers. Lows around 31. North winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow 53. Lows dip down to about 34 tomorrow night. Temps above average Saturday and Sunday with highs from the upper 50s to the mid 70s. Storms both days. And that's your Power 96 weather update. I'm meteorologist Laura Lockwood. Right now 48.
Well, Brad, it says it's 48. I'm not sure.
I also said highs from the 50s up to the 70s. Well, let's get there already.
No kidding. I know with arthritis, it's not been a fun couple of weeks.
That was ball one.
Yeah.
If this team had some good grandparents around, they'd make sure that we stayed warm throughout these games. But some people are just selfish, take care of themselves. Paul worries about putting his own sweatshirt on, not the rest of us.
His gloves.
Yeah.
2-0 is the count here.
We're waiting for you to bring us hand warmers.
And that one's going to be in there for strike one. It's going to clip the corner.
Little backdoor breaking pitch there that Brecken got the call on.
2-1, runner at first base.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I couldn't hear
and
myself.
And that was going to be tipped foul.
Good bounce
so it takes
back.
it to a 2-2.
Good bounce back here. They got the leadoff runner on, and Brecken fell behind 2-0, and now comes back with 2 quick strikes here. You don't want to give up any runs or let the base runners advance, but at this point, you'll trade a base for an out all day long.
Very true. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. And that one's going to be hit back.
Could be 2.
Yeah, there's number 1 and out number 2. So a double play for the Tigers. Great move there as Yost comes through, steps on second, and throw to McGill in time for the second out.
Not a bad hit ball there again up the middle, but the benefactors of that grass killed that ball just enough, and as Layton's coming over from shortstop, fields it just a step or so off of second base, plants himself on the base, and finishes over to McGill for the double play.
I believe that's our first double play here of the year, which Brad said he'll give double discounts.
Absolutely, yeah.
For burgers and fries here. No, I'm just kidding.
Free fries in the parking lot in front of the liquor.
Comes the 0-1.
Oh, what? Okay.
Nice pitch there. We'll give the benefit of the doubt with our angle. We'll say it must have been just off the outside corner. But either which way, a real nice pitch there by Brecken.
Comes the 1-1 pitch. And that one's going to be turned. It's going to go towards Yost. In the gap, he's going to throw it to first.
Just
in
got him.
Time.
Once again,
Yost to McGill for the third out. And that's going to take us into the bottom of the fifth. Hey, fifth inning is brought to you by the Albert Lee Blue Zones. And let's hear what they got to say. I know they got a big event coming up.
Blue Zones Albert Lee invites the public to a community walk on Saturday, April 18th, beginning at 10 a.m. at the Marion Ross Theater in Albert Lee. After a short program, participants will walk part of the Blue Zone's walkway along Fountain Lake and then head for a free lunch at the First Lutheran Church. This event is free and all ages are welcome as long as children are accompanied by an adult. Please register by calling the Albert Lea Recreation Department at 507-377-4370 or by going to www.cityofalbertlea.org by April 10th. The Blue Zones Community Walk, Saturday, April 18th, beginning at 10 a.m.
And back here again from the Americana Insurance Press Box, it's Power 96 live coverage of Albert Lea Tiger baseball as your Tigers lead 7-3 as we're going to head into the bottom of the fifth. Once again, fifth inning brought to you by the Blue Zones. Of course, Albert Lea, the first Blue Zones community in the nation. It's a pretty cool thing there. Coming up on 10 years on that. So, Tigers are up 7-3, bottom of 5. We're heading right out the 6:30 time frame. Should actually turn off the 7 o'clock triggers just in case. We could see this game go the way that, the bottom halves have been going pretty good for the Tigers. 3 runs in the first, 3 runs in the fourth, 1 in the third. So, you tack on another 3-4 runs. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, well, I'd be okay with 9 straight outs or 12 straight outs too. Here, theoretically, as long as we don't give up any. But no, Brecken has done a really nice job tonight. And early on in the year, you're not digging too deep into arms, even though Saturday's schedule has changed from 2 games to 1.
Yep.
Depending upon how far he goes into this one. It really opens up their options for pitching early on in the season. We're blocked by it, but I can see that somebody is down warming up in the Albert Lea bullpen.
Well, and with the cold the way it is, too, it's going to be a little tough on the arms, you would think.
Yep, absolutely. And as we say that about arms, Century has got another new pitcher in there.
They do. Andrew Klinkenberg.
I thought it was Blylevin. Good call.
You know what, Brad? I'd correct you if you're wrong, but you're not wrong.
One thing I will say, and I think these are new. Are they new hoodies this year for the coaching staff?
They look like it.
I like that logo. It's got the AL with the baseball kind of on there.
Of the fifth inning, number 18, Easton Shuey.
Mr. Shuey, the left fielder, now batting.
What's he done today?
You know what? He's flew out to right and got a base wrap.
All right, and he's going to turn on that
gonna
one.
Get another one.
And that one goes towards the first baseman. He's going to throw to the pitcher in time for out number 1.
Simonson to Kenneberg for the first out.
Century's pitching staff has done a great job about getting off the mound and getting to first base this whole game. So
I had to pull up my hoodie. We're just kind of coming in from the backside here now, Les.
Yeah.
So kind of blowing from the north.
Now batting number 3.
Brody Rassler.
And umpire wants to double check something here.
He just has to put it down on his little stat book.
I think Jay's informing him that Brody is batting, but I guess I don't know for certain, but I would anticipate that you need to inform them when he comes into the game. But I don't know, maybe not, or maybe that communication is only had with the other team's lineup. And
yeah, I'm not sure. I guess I mean, Brody's been in there now the last couple innings, so you'd think he would have known.
He was been in there the last inning. The inning before it was Preston Smith.
Okay.
And I know at least at the start of the first game of the season, Brody was not in the lineup batting, so this might very well be his first at bat of the season.
And he takes ball 1 and ball 2.
2-0, 1 out, and we have time by Blue.
Somebody's outside of the dugout. That's one of those, like, it's a rule, yes, but is that really impacting anything?
Strike 1 in there. Well, that's where they even the
just call out and say down there. This isn't about you. Come on.
2-1 with 1 out here.
You gonna do the moonwalk down there, Leslie Nielsen?
I would enjoy it.
Little Naked Gun reference.
3-1 is the count here. And Rassler's going to turn that one. He's going to hit it. It is going to go to the right field line and just went foul. Hit about maybe 260, 270, we'll say, somewhere in there. Just foul along that right line. Of course, the way we're looking out here is to our left is the home team dugout, and to the right is the away team. Because we didn't even say the home team wearing their whites today, of course, the Tigers. Here comes the 3-2 pitch, and that one's going to be up. It will be hit towards the second baseman. Second baseman gets that clean, throws it to first in time for the second out. Nice at-bat, though, there for Rassler.
Yep, nice at-bat, and only out by a step there. Century really has not learned their lesson to come up and charge the ball on this field.
Number 9 hitter, right fielder Ethan Steeler.
That's a raindrop I'm feeling.
What's that?
That's a raindrop. I'm gonna need my wire. I'm gonna need the I'm gonna need the wireless headphones, and I'll be calling the 6th and 7th from my vehicle.
Well, we got plenty. We can easily fit 3 in here.
Actually, it's like sleety snow. You know, let's call the game. It's not safe for anybody out here.
The 0-1, he's going to turn on that one. That one's going to be into shallow right field. And the first baseman and the second baseman almost run into each other. But Simonson gets that out. And that is the third out here for the Tigers in the 5th inning. Once again, the 5th inning brought to you by the Blue Zones project in Albert Lee.
I'm going to let the umpires know I saw lightning.
With that, we're going to take a quick break here and hear some more from our sponsors. You're listening to Power 96 coverage of Albert Lee Tiger baseball from the Americana Insurance Press Box.
Take us out to your ball game. Take us out to the crowd. We sell insurance for most anything. Who'd have guessed that the 18 could sing for its root? Root, root for good coverage. Americana's more than a name. 4X3-777 2000 for the insurance A-team.
You'll be singing too when you see what the A-Team and Americana Insurance can do for you.
Let's take it from the top again. I think the rest of you were out of tune.
And back here again from the Americana Insurance Press Box, Power 96 live coverage of Albert Lee Tiger baseball as we're heading into the top of the 6th inning. 6th inning is brought to you by GT Window and Door and Gutters by GT. Make sure you give Adam a call. And I know he's been doing a lot of projects out there, doing really good work. And proud to have him as one of our sponsors as well here for Tiger Sports. Of course, Southern Minnesota Branding, another one of our sponsors. And good thing we've got our Southern Minnesota Branding gear on today.
You are correct.
Well, Brad doesn't have his on. That's fine.
I do not.
Of course, Southern Minnesota Branding now recently moved to they're on East Main Street in the Main Street Auto Building, I should say. They have a gift shop and all that good stuff there as well. So thank you to them as well. And especially if we're going to have sleet here soon. Paul's trying to feel for it.
The infield is completely covered in snow at this point.
Huh?
Number 16, Maddox McLean, second baseman, is now up.
In the last 5 minutes, we got about a half inch of snow on the ground.
And you can actually hear now it dripping on the tent. So we'll have to make sure we have all the cord stuff back.
That ball's hit well to right center.
That one will get into the gap. It's going to sit right on the fence. Kermit's going to throw that in, but not in time. So a double to lead off the 6th inning.
That was a hard hit ball in between, more towards center field, but in the right center gap there. And there's no way anybody was going to get to that one.
Number 7, Caden Gordon, the catcher.
Sorry, I had to readjust here. Well, there was no outs anyway, so never mind. I was looking at the scoreboard, but
you're good, Dave.
No balls, no strikes, no outs here. Runner on second for Century. Tigers still leading 7-3. And that's going to be hit back up. It'll go towards the shortstop. Throw it over to first for out number 1. So Yost makes a good play there, sliding over. Seen that a lot tonight, Yost and McGill for some outs. Of course, one of them was the big double play. Runner does advance to third.
Yep, now here with 4-run lead in the top of the 6th inning here. Runner on third base, and this play, unless the ball's hit back to Brecken, this play, if it's a ground ball to the infield, this play should be at first. You allow that run to score and take the second out and clear the bases off.
Strike one in there. What do we got up to bat there, Colleen?
Carter Sampson, the first baseman, number 2.
And that one's going to be tipped foul. You can just hear the raindrops on this tent. It's already paying dividends.
I'm pretty well soaked. You guys have taken the entire tent away. It'd be like trying to fit 3 guys into a porta pot.
I'm out, Coach.
Here comes the 0-2, and now it's a swing and a miss for strike number 3, so strike out for Wackles. 2 outs.
I don't know if Brecken is throwing what he's throwing for breaking pitches, if he's throwing multiple breaking pitches, if he's working a changeup, a curveball, and a slider or whatever. But what he is doing that you can tell is even on the breaking pitches, there's different velocities on those breaking pitches as well. So when you think you're making that adjustment to the breaking pitch, another one comes in and it's a little bit slower or it's a little bit faster, and it's really creating issues for the Panther batters.
First pitch going to be taken foul for strike 1.
No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at third base as we hear the pitter-patter above us.
Or on us.
Yes. Oh, and that ball's going to get away from...
You let him score.
Yeah, and he's going to get in there, so it gets away from Brua. But 1 run's going to score. And is 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. And Century now trails already 7-3 on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard. 7-4, sorry. It was 7-3. I was looking.
You can use my fingers. That's okay.
Brad, of course, wearing his hockey gloves.
Absolutely.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch.
He had hockey gloves.
Yeah. And that's going to be inside for ball 2.
May or may not have caught the inside part of the strike zone there, but Brua wasn't able to squeeze it there. So
I see why you don't want to get under the tent, because then you can't see. 2-1. And that one's going to be hit towards Yost. Yost's going to, a bad bounce. He's going to just hang on to it there. So that looks like it should be an 6 on the official Power 86 score sheet.
23, Brendan Wagner.
Brendan Wagner, number 23, third baseman, had a sac fly, and he has flown out to the shortstop, or to the third baseman, excuse me. I believe he hit that line drive.
You are correct,
Baldy. Strike 1.
Job by Brecken, still just rebound and jump ahead here and get us through this top half of the 6th.
Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Still 2 outs here. Top of 6. Wackles will throw that in. Gonna just miss the corner on the inside. Takes it to 1-1. And we know we've talked about it even last Tuesday. We're cold sitting here, but can you imagine, like even Brecken trying to hold on to a ball?
Right. Yeah.
Just with the cold, and he throws it back to first, not in time.
And I look at Sam and McGill and Zayden Brua, who are wearing short sleeves. And I look at them and go, "You're not impressing anybody. Stay warm." And some people they're not comfortable with the long sleeves or whatnot, or they're accustomed to it, And of course, Zayden plays hockey, and Sam does too, and Sam with those cold Friday nights and on the football field too at times. So
that was a swing and a miss for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
He's gone.
On first, yeah. And that's going to be inside. Brua throws it. Oh, and just a bad bounce to Rassler.
Good throw, the short hop there. You could see he was getting a little aggressive and got the running start, and even with a good jump there, if Brody was able to snag that short hop there, it would have been a bang play. And
good throw again though by Brua.
Deuces across the board.
Yeah. A little unusual to see the steal in that situation too, being that you got 4 outs left in this game and you're trailing by 3 runs. It's like that base is a make or break here for the Panthers as they're at the bottom part of their order too.
Swing and a miss for strike number 3. Right before the did throw a pitch, maybe the changeup. Brua did a great in front of that, and then wackles and gets that nice pitch for the strikeout. And we're going to head into the bottom of the 6th. It is 6:45 here in Albert Lee. Let's hear a little more from our sponsors here on Power 96.
It's not the kind of thing we feel comfortable talking about, but it's something we all will face. You can make things easier on the ones you love by pre-planning your funeral arrangements. Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home will listen to your needs, offer choices for arrangements, and then make sure all of your questions have been answered. Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home, a name you can trust. Call 373-4330.
And back here again, Power 96. It's live coverage here of Albert Lee Tiger baseball from the Americana Insurance Press Box. It's again 6th inning, brought to you by GT Window and Doors and Gutters by GT. So our next home game here on Power 96, of course, as they're announcing, it was supposed to be a doubleheader on Saturday, but now it's just going to be a single game at noon. So we will have Tiger Sports Saturday live here from Hayek Field, and then immediately following that, we'll go right into the game against Red Wing. Haven't heard any score updates yet of softball. Of course, softball is over at Century. The rest of the baseball team's over at the Hammer Complex. And there I'm getting a message. This might be an update. And, no. All right, who do we got up here to bat, Caldy?
Nate Barclay.
The bottom of the 6th inning for the Tigers, number 7, Nate Barclay.
And, of course, Barclay had a nice hit last time, just a
double.
Yeah. And he's going to get just behind that one there. Tip it foul for strike 1. Of course, Beth here getting photos and videos, being a proud mom. She laughs. Now it's going to be outside for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs.
Definitely a little chill in the air.
What?
Oh, the 1-1. Barclay gets just out ahead of that for swinging the. Actually, maybe even just tipped at the very bottom of it.
1-2, no outs.
I don't hear the rain anymore, but the 1-2 is going to be high and outside. Takes it to 2-2. Brad, you're out. You're outside. What's the weather doing?
Well, it's partly to mostly cloudy.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And he's going to get into that one. That's going to be topped up. Hopefully it hits my truck.
Oh.
Was it close? Yeah, I think it was maybe close. Of course, Americana Insurance will have me covered there. The 2-2 again. And that one's going to be low in the dirt. Takes it to a full count.
Good at bat here by Nate. Like you said, working it to the full count and try to get that lead off.
2, and that's going to be low in the dirt for ball 4. So
That brings up number shortstop, Leighton Yost.
Like I said, we're in the crowd. Get to hear everything. It's pretty funny. So Barclay on first. It's bottom of 6.
Yost up.
Okay, Yost. Let's see, and he's gonna go show a bunt. Throw back to first, not in time. So Barclay's safe.
He would have had to throw the bat at that.
He would have.
Yeah. Tigers look like they're playing for a run here, as Leighton did score around a bunt, which I get the concept that they're here. Leighton handles the bat relatively well. I'd like to maybe see a hit and run instead of a bunt here. Get the defense moving a little bit, but I doubt that'll happen.
No, and here's showing the bunt again, and that is going to be bunted, but it is going to go foul. So it's a 1-1 count here now. Still no outs. Here, the Tigers lead 7-4 over the Century Panthers. Again, this is Power 96 live coverage of Albert Lee Tiger baseball here from the Americana Insurance Press Box. And as you hear some sniffles, that is us. It's cold. Here comes the 1-1. And that bunt is going to be popped up.
Going to be caught by the first baseman.
Into the first baseman's glove. So
Simonson makes the catch.
one out there.
For the first out.
All right, third baseman Graham Goskison.
Now batting number 20, Graham Goskison.
We got one out. We have a runner on first base. Score is 7-4 in favor of the Tigers.
When this game ends, we're just leaving the equipment in the tent out for Saturday, right? You got a couple of zip ties to the fence.
Good thing Ron isn't listening because I'd be getting a message saying no. It's going to be there for strike one.
You can put a garbage bag over the equipment, I guess. Keep it dry from the winter storm that's ensuing.
Well, it might be a little cold.
Yeah, they're saying it could be a cold weekend, maybe. You don't know. We're in Minnesota. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be low, gets away from the catcher. Barkley going to go to second. He's going to look to go to third, but he's going to stay right there at second. And 1 ball, 1 strike.
The qualms of baseball. It's as if the sacrifice bunt worked, and now the runner's in scoring position for Graham either which way. We've had a fair amount of combination between pass balls and wild pitches, and I feel like a lot of them tonight actually have been more pass balls than they have been wild pitches.
Goskison gets a hold of that one, and it goes to the right fielder, but he did not control it. Nope. And, of course, Barkley could not run. And but runners now on first and second with a base hit.
Graham hit that on the line, and the right fielder took one step back, and that was one too many. And by the time he tried to come in and make a little diving catch there, he wasn't able to come up with it clean. And it's called. He's called, but I think that's probably a base hit there.
Well,
I
don't know what he did.
He's a tough scorekeeper.
Yeah. I hate to say it, but if that ball's in your glove and it comes out of your glove, that's a knee.
Well,
fair enough.
We're not the official Big Nine stats or the Minnesota stats. These are just our stats.
Yeah, these are not by state of Minnesota at all.
1-0, and it's going to be inside to take it 2-0.
I do it both ways, so it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, both teams get the same treatment.
So here comes the 2-0 pitch to McGill.
I think Sam's going to hit one out of the park.
That'd be awesome.
And he got a hold of that one, but it's going to be foul.
I called it. I believe I was right. Correct me if I'm wrong. That ball went out of the park.
It did go out of the park. Of course, Americana Insurance ball out of play.
I did not technically specify a direction.
I think it's 2-1.
It is 2-1.
So here we go. Here comes a 2-1. And that's going to be low.
Ooh.
Of course, where last time he was called on that, so you almost were thinking he's going to maybe swing, but we'll see what he does here.
Look one spot.
3-1.
Look one
second
spot.
and first.
And he's going to rip that one. That one's going to go out.
That's a nice base
into shallow left center. And unfortunately, no one's going to score.
Pitch got in on Sammy's hands, but he's strong enough to muscle it out into shallow left center there and load the bases up for Mr. Kermis.
Cooper Kermis.
All right, Cooper Kermis now batting, number 13. We have one out, bases juiced.
What do you think is going through Cooper's head right now?
I hope
Just
that I
get
hit it out of the infield.
Probably wishing he was at my house so he could drink a dozen more Gatorades. I'm going to give him a bill for the last time he was out there.
You're going to take that one outside for ball one?
No, I think Cooper's he's just comfortable in this. You look at him take that first pitch there, and And
he swung for that one.
I was going to say he was going up there with an approach, but that swing threw that one out a little bit. Like that swing was saying, let's put this over the left field fence. So
here comes the 1-1.
But we saw Cooper many times last year where he didn't look like he was having a good at bat. He'd have a swing and a miss. He'd be fooled by a pitch, and then he'd work that count, and he'd come back and he'd rip an extra base hit. So
it's going to be low.
So he does take a good approach at the plate. And
of course, it's 2-2 now. As the pitch before clipped the outside corner.
Century's corners are even with the bag, if not further in.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And he's going to rip that one, but it's going to go foul.
Yep, good job there. It was a hittable pitch, but it wasn't where he was looking for it, and he spins it foul down the right field line there and gets to live another day, see a different pitch to his liking.
The 2-2 again. And he's going to turn on that one. That one's going to get towards the shortstop, but it's going to actually bounce off the shortstop's leg. 1 run's going to score. 2 is going to score as the throw to home is not in time. Runners on second and third, and Tigers take a 9-4 lead on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard. I was halfway tempted on asking Paul if he'd run to the gas station and get us some hot chocolate. But
knowing him, he wouldn't. And that was where we talked about Cooper's approach to hitting there. Like, I don't know that pitch was a strike. But in a 2-strike situation there, you're protecting the plate and you've got the opportunity. The last thing you want to do is take a strike 3 with the bat on your shoulder, and that pitch was a little down in the zone. He put a good swing on it, made them make a play, and they didn't come up with the play, and it results in a pair of runs, insurance runs, as they like to say.
Yes.
Brewer takes the first pitch inside and low for ball 1.
See what Zayden does here. I know he's gone up the middle a couple of times. One was right on a rope, which again was too hard right to the guy. And the second, then he had the moonshot to center, which carried out there pretty well too. If we can combine those two, I think Zayden certainly has the ability to hit the ball over that 360 sign out there in center.
He did take strike 1. Here comes the 1-1. That one's gonna be strike 2.
I can barely see his face as he stepped in and looked down at the coach, and the reaction to that one was, I wanted that pitch.
Here comes the 1-2, and that one's going to be outside. So 2-2.
2-2. Runners on second and third. 1 out. Tigers lead 9-4. Bottom of the 6th.
That's going to be high. Takes it to a full count. So 3-2-1 across the board. I got a bat here for Brewer.
I have to say the Tigers have all done well at their at bats today.
And that's low and in the dirt, but catcher does a good job keeping it in front of him, and his base is loaded.
Easton Chewy, number 18.
Well, we got a time called here.
Yeah, the centric coach clearly doesn't know that our feet are cold. we don't need a pitching change in the bottom of the.
I think they are going to do a pitching change.
Their pitcher started to struggle there a little bit as he got further into his outing. So, and Century, they did have. I'm assuming this was the young man that was warming up earlier because he came in out of the bullpen when the bottom half of this inning started. I believe is it 6 or 8 that they get when they first enter the game.
Max Chapman.
Okay, well, here we're going to go ahead. We're going to hear some more from our sponsors here real quick here on Power 96, and we'll be right back with more here on Tiger Baseball, live from the Americana Insurance Press Box. Oh, I just got chills again. Be right back, folks.
Shop Etc. Tanning and Clothing in the Skyline Plaza, where you'll find new trendy clothing and sports apparel in their boutique section. They also have a pre-owned section, which includes clothing for kids, women and men, shoes, and purses. Etc. also offers UV tanning, custom airbrush, red light therapy, and lotions. Stop into Etc. in the Skyline Plaza and see all that they have to offer.
Hi, this is Adam, owner of GT Window and Door. GT Window and Door is a local family-owned and operated business that has proudly served the Albertley area since 2012. We have won the trust of local homeowners by providing reliable service and high-quality windows, doors. We are also a sports. Call me today at 51320-0575 or visit gtwindowanddoor.com for a free estimate today. Don't forget to listen or watch local sports on Power 96. Proudly brought to you by GT Window and Door.
Southern Minnesota Branding has been helping customers create and display their company logos for over 40 years. They are a fully customizable shop specializing in logo design, vinyl graphics, banners, vehicle wraps, and so much more. Are you looking for customized Tiger, Wolverine, Knights, Panther, or any other local sports team apparel? Stop on into their new location at 2114 East Main Street in the new Main Street Auto Building and see what they can do for you. They've also added a gift shop with local favorites and goodies to enjoy. Southern Minnesota Branding in Albert Lee.
Have you been having problems with your dishwasher, stove, washer, or dryer? Call Orrin Mortensen with On-the-Spot Appliance Service. With over 30 years experience, Orrin does repairs for all major household appliances and commercial cooking products, including fryers and grills. On-the-Spot Appliance Service is warranty authorized for most major brands and is a local LG appliance servicer. Don't let your wannabe handyman fix a problem and make it worse. Call Orrin Mortensen with On-the-Spot Appliance Service anytime at 256-8099.
I'm back here again as I'm out of breath. I had to run to the bathroom.
Why? What happened?
There is that. Easton Chewy is now up to bat. He is behind in the count 0-2 with one out and bases loaded. And now in the game for Century is Max Chapman. Number 1 is on the mound.
We got, after Brewer walked, Griffin Richards is pinch running for him at first base.
And it's going to be a strike 3 called, so 2 outs. Hey, what is cold out there?
It's
Brody Wrestler, number 3, now up to bat with 2 down, bases loaded.
Bottom of 6. Tigers leading 9-4.
Pitcher's hand, a dark pink.
So they must have some kind of bandages on them.
No, it's just because of the cold. It's not a bandage, it's the cold.
I believe that's the color of flesh.
It could be. Comes the 1-0 pitch.
There is that.
That's inside on Rassler. Takes that to 2-0.
All right. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Bases juiced. Wind blowing at about 5 to 15 miles per hour.
Ooh, and he checks that swing as it was just high, so he kind of wanted to go. Held off just right, so I'm assuming he will not have the green light here.
Should.
And here comes a 3-0 pitch. And that's inside. Takes it ball 4, and Tigers take a 10-4 lead on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard.
I think at this point, this is where we do our game recap because you're going to be on your own when Steeler hits a walk-off grand slam to 10-run this thing. So
Now batting number 11, Ethan Steeler.
We can recap the game Saturday in warmer conditions on Tiger Sports Saturday. Live on location.
That is true. He's going to take strike 1. Yeah, but that is going to probably be raining. Might need the big tent that day. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be in there for strike 2.
Probably should talk to Mr. Whitmer and get the enclosed tent.
I still have it. But there's not very many windows in that one.
Yeah.
Here comes the 0-2.
Oh-2, 2 outs, bases loaded.
And he's going to pop that one up.
Out of play.
And it's coming towards us. Actually, even behind further. So once again, a ball out of play by Americana Insurance. Making sure you're insured for all of those foul balls. Not only here at the Hayek Field, but anywhere. The 0-2. And that one's going to be tipped foul again.
Tigers are ahead, 10-4. Bottom of the 6th inning. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 0-2 count.
And the 0-2 coming again here. And that's over Steeler's head. He gets down. Takes it to a 1-2 count. Oh, what did it hit?
Make sure they grip that ball just right.
One of the balls has a huge gash in it. And that's going to be a tipped foul again. And I did park over there today. I was thinking that it's been a while since we've seen foul balls go that way, but today is a different story. That's another one over there. So here comes the 1-2 again, as the American flag kind of blowing briskly away from us, so kind of to the southwest. That's going to be high and outside. Takes it to 2s across the board now. Still working this from 0-2 to 2-2.
Bases loaded.
Pitcher settles in here. And here's the pitch. And that's going to be a swing and a miss for strike 3. Tigers are going to leave 3 on there, but they pick up 3 more and take it 10-4 as we head into the 7th inning. 7th inning is brought to you by Dawson Limousine. Let's hear a little bit from Dawson.
Are you looking to arrive in style at your next event? Look no further than Dawson Limousine. With our luxurious limousine and limo bus options, you'll be sure to turn heads wherever you go. Whether you're heading to a wedding, prom, or just a night out on the town, let Dawson Limousine chauffeur you around. And as a proud sponsor of local sports, you can trust that we are dedicated to supporting our local community. Call us today at 507-402-0606 to book your ride with Dawson Limousine.
And back here again, we're heading to the top of the 7th here at historic Hayek Field. And I want to thank our sports boosters. Of course, we did our first half earlier in the game. We're going to do our next half here. Our sports boosters do keep local radio going with your local sports, so we appreciate it. Of course, the Overhead Door Company, the Albert Lee Convention and Visitors Bureau, Ernie's Canvas, P&L Excavating and Complete Septic Systems, Derek's Preferred Auto in Blooming Prairie, Liberty Extreme Car Wash and Detailing, Jensen Heating, Plumbing, and Air Conditioning in Geneva, Hanson Tire Service of Austin, Etc. Credit Union, Marthaler Honda in Owatonna, Design Ready Controls, Hy-Vee in Albert Lee, Jake's Pizza, Wasika Inc., and Aero Printing. Of course, Aero Printing, part of Wasika Inc. now, and the Community Foot Clinic. So thanks again to all of our sports boosters for keeping local sports on local radio. Our local weatherman who is outdoors right now because me and Carl here in the tent. It quit raining out there.
It did quit raining. I left the snuggle bus to you two.
Well,
that's cute.
Tell you what, we're nice and dry in here. Like I said, we did get a smaller tent this year. Last year we had it a couple times, and the way the wind came in, hoofda, that was kind of crazy. But here we go, top of 7.
Jared Skoll, left fielder, number 3, against Brecken Watkins.
Yeah, 3 outs to go here. Brecken looking to finish off what he started here at the complete game.
That's in there for strike 1.
Beautiful breaking pitch on strike 1 there. Get ahead, work ahead, stay ahead. Quick work.
And we have 0-1 count.
Another
0-2.
It looked like you wanted to check that.
Another really nice breaking pitch. And again, what we talked a little bit about earlier, like that second pitch, similar to the first, but that had less velocity on it. So he's really changing it up on him. Let's see what he does here. Way up, 0-2.
And now it's going to be a dribbler towards first, saying it is fair, and McGill had a little bit of issue with it, but he picks it up.
Yes.
Steps on the bag for out number 1.
Scooted right over the base there, so Sam had to be careful, try and almost smother that one if it did skip off of the base there. And I think that was just a straight fastball there, but a very defensive swing because he didn't know what to expect there from Brecken.
Leadoff hitter, number 11.
Here's the first pitch. Gonna clip the inside corner for strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Tigers just 2 outs away from getting their first win as they lead 10-4 over Century. And that one's going to be popped up. It looks like it's going to go into...
It looks like Coop's ball.
Yeah. Kind of
Kermis for the second out of the inning.
Well, we'll just say center field. Kind of drifted to the right a little bit. But
a little bit.
Kermis was there for out number 2.
All right,
Number
here we
4,
are.
Adam Rice.
Adam Rice, number 4, with 2 outs. Brecken has thrown 5 pitches this inning. He has a total of 88 pitches for the day.
And check swing saying he did go.
Yep, and that was the Tigers didn't even ask for the appeal there. The home plate umpire asked for the help right there, and it was, as I'm standing here, I actually have a very good angle of that. He did indeed go around on that pitch.
Here comes the 0-1 pitch. That's in there for strike 2. No balls. 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of 7. Tigers leading 10-4. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Oh, just missing that corner.
Threw another breaking pitch there. I was waiting to see if he was going to let the emotions take over and just try and
throw the heat.
Muster the heat right by him. Yep.
Comes the 1-2 pitch. And that's going to be tipped foul.
There was the guy. Did just enough just to spoil that pitch there.
Yeah.
1-2, 2 outs. Brecken is going to finish his own game by the looks of things.
Just inside. Missing, so takes it to 2s across the board.
Yes.
I don't mind where he's putting these pitches either. You know, going to make the batter try to work for this. Oh, just inside again. Takes it to a full count. And as soon as I say that, here comes the sprinkles again. And that one's going to be hit towards the gap there at second and over to first.
To McGill for the third out of the inning.
So it was Rassler to McGill for out number 3 in the first win of the season.
We'll see you here on Saturday.
Of course, Tigers picking up their first win of the season. Even though it's a little chilly here today, of course, when you go against a team like Rochester Century, you don't. Well, they got it back up. You don't know exactly how everything's going to go, but I think today everything was all Tigers. We've seen that they put together quite a few runs, especially 3 runs, 3 in the first, 3 in the fourth, 3 in the sixth, and of course 10 runs total for your Albert Lee Tigers, 4 for Century. And that is going to be the game. And now it is starting to rain. As all the fans, they can all hear me. They got me back on the radio. Fans are running, trying to stay dry. At least for the most part, we stayed dry today. Brad, he's still out doing dancing there.
We did. The weather could have been a lot worse. And a good bounce-back game for the Tigers after that opening season defeat over in Rochester, Mayo. And things didn't start out the best necessarily. A few runs back and forth there, but then the Tigers, Brecken Wackles really settled in and pitched a nice game, and the Tigers had some timely hitting and took advantage of the opportunities that were presented themselves offensively.
Talking about Wackles, Caldy, what was the total pitch count? Did you get that?
94 pitches.
So 94 pitches, a nice complete game for Wackles. Of course, we've seen some strikeouts. It was very good in a lot of situational pitching there tonight as well. And like I said, of course, the Tiger bats coming alive tonight. You don't know with certain bats, especially when it's under 50 degrees, you don't know what they're going to do. But tonight we've seen a couple of deep balls there. And, of course, one from Barclay, and then, a couple other ones there as well. But Barclay, of course, with that double. Any final words here, guys?
Just a great outing by Brecken Wackles. 4 strikeouts. Really was on top of everything. Mixed up his changeup. I just thought he pitched well.
Okay.
Yep, he's really going to help. It really helps set the Tigers up for Saturday. It has everybody, with the exception of Brecken, available to pitch against the wingers. So my fan club is out there taking care of the pitcher's mound as the high school team has to do. They finish the game and they got to get that field raked and covered up. So Sucks to be you guys.
Of course, we're in the tent. They're watching us. All right, with that, this has been Albert Lee Tiger Baseball here on Power 96. Once again, brought to you by the Americana Insurance Press Box. Thanks again to all of our sports boosters. Thanks to Mr. Mark Calderon and Mr. Brad Skinnis. I've been Sports Director Dave Nelson. We'll get some bills paid, get some music while we let the guys do the work out there in the field. Once again, this has been Power 96 live coverage, Albert Lee Tiger Baseball.
Power 96.